Okay, so on this one, we will be doing two problems. The first problem is going to be problem number 14, which was on exam number 2. The question is, for a reaction 2A plus B to 3C, the following data was obtained. We have A concentration is going to be 1 mole, then to 2 moles, then to 3 moles. Then we have concentration B, which is going to be 1 mole to 1 mole to 2 mole. And then we have the initial rate, which is going to be 5 squared, 10 squared, and then 40 squared. The question is, what is the rate of the following reaction? The answer choices are K to the concentration of A squared times concentration B. Then we have answer choice B, which is going to be K multiplied by concentration A multiplied by concentration B. Then we have C, which is going to be K multiplied by concentration A squared times concentration B squared. Then we have D, which is going to be K multiplied by concentration A multiplied by concentration B squared. And then we have E for none of the above. Well, first, let's look at the problem. How are we going to find out what the order of the reaction is for A? Well, let's find where B is constantly the same and where A is changing. We see that B is constantly the same when it comes to the first and second experiment. And we see that A is going to be different. A goes from 1 to 2, so it's multiplied by 2. We also see at the initial rate that 5 squared is multiplied by 2 because the second experiment is 10 squared. Since both concentration A and the initial rate for experiment 1 and 2 are both being multiplied by 2, we know that our rate so far is going to equal K concentration A to the power of 1 because they both increased the same amount. Now let's do the same for B. We see that experiment 2 and 3 for concentration A remain the same. But for B, we see that it's multiplied by 2. Then the initial rate goes from 10 squared to 40 squared. It's being multiplied by 4. So since we have concentration B being multiplied by 2, then the initial rate being multiplied by 4, we can see that this is going to be a second order. So we have rate equals K concentration A times concentration B squared. If we look at our answer choices, that is going to be answer choice D. For question 15, it says, for the above reaction, what is the order of the reaction with respect to B? As we just stated, when we look at the problem and when we look at the rate of change, we see that B was a second order reaction. So the answer for question 15 is going to be B for 2.